And we are live. And we're back for another Div 4 game. Da, da,
Da, da,
da.
da.
It's going to be another good one, I think. Another close one coming up. So we've got evL, evil Gaming, against All Blacks.
That's right. So this is a round 4 game, not a round 5 game. This is sort of the last day to play round 4 games, so All Blacks a bit behind in that respect. But so
Yeah,
this
and evil Gaming have already played their round 5 game, haven't they?
they have, just to confuse things.
So it throws the stats off a little bit.
It does.
Bit harder to tell how they're performing. But All Blacks, 2 wins from 3 games.
Yep.
evL Gaming, 3 wins from 4 games.
Yeah.
So
both
if
teams know how to win.
Yeah, if evL pick up the win here, they'll be 4 from 5 and looking really quite strong. All Blacks, interestingly, just lost to Semi Pustilance, who we cast yesterday, and who were a very strong team. So perhaps having lost to them isn't necessarily that much of an indication.
No.
As to kind of how they're doing.
Yeah, and equally, evL Gaming, their last match, or their round 5 match, was against Johnny Sins, who are currently undefeated at the top of Division 4. So again,
yeah. So both teams, they've lost one game, but the games that they have lost have been against very strong top 8 contenders.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is why we think it could be a good one. Good one coming up. Now we've, as AFK for Coco, as you were telling us, we've scrimmed against All Blacks.
We have, so we know all of their secrets.
Not that we remember them because
you don't even remember that we scrimmed them.
Yeah.
So.
But maybe it will start to come back when we see the drafts happening.
Yeah, maybe. So looking at maps, the map draft hasn't started just yet, but let's have a look at the maps that the teams prefer. So All Blacks have favoured Volskaya and BOE so far, and evil Gaming have picked up Praxis 3 times. So interesting to see if we get some, Braxis ban there, unless All Blacks are up for it.
Is this a strategy where they've not been in Heroes Lounge for very long, so they're just targeting the new map?
Possibly, yeah. That's some.
Is this the first season for both teams?
It is, yeah. All Blacks definitely have a few players who have played in Lounge before.
Yeah.
Definitely recognise a few of these names. I know the Captain Olympia has. I've seen L-Dog before, Pac-Man as well, so they've got some experience. I don't think the same of evil Gaming. I might be very wrong there. Very quick look. New player. Yeah, it's looking like they're mostly new to Lounge, so.
Okay, so do you think, just going back to the maps, that we're just going to see Braxis banned out as it has been the one that evil have gone to so often?
I think unless All Blacks have a strategy that they're confident in for that map, then I would be banning that out. Yeah, evil Gaming clearly have a strong preference for it, so. But if we see it left open, then I think All Blacks must have been preparing something in scrims for it, and they're not intimidated by those free picks.
It might, or they might just have different maps that they particularly dislike, and therefore they'll stick with banning those out.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, we have certainly in the past banned the same map every match for entire seasons just because we didn't have strategies for it, rather than looking at banning maps that were like target bans.
Yeah, that's a good point. We'll have to wait and see there.
And what do we think about target banning heroes? We've had enough games now to start to see, obviously, favoured heroes coming up, comfort picks starting to show. So things like Grey Mane for All Blacks picked 5 times.
Yes.
Suggests they like the aggression, like the dive comps, which are becoming more meta at the moment with things like Bloodlust Rhaegar coming back in.
Yeah, they picked up Rhaegar a couple of times, so we could see that pairing there. Also, looking at the rest of All Blacks, sort of most picked heroes, possible ban targets, Chromie, Deathwing maybe. Picked up Mal'Ganis a couple of times, so those are the ones that really stand out on that sort of most picked page.
Oh, interestingly, All Blacks have had Anna banned against them 3 times, and then they picked her up twice. So that might suggest that we have a very strong Anna player. So we could see that just being banned as well. So like Anna Grey main bans.
Yeah, definitely. I think very scary hero to play against. Very scary to play against a Nana who knows how to position. It can be really hard to punish her.
And the evil Gaming have had Kelfos banned against them 5 times and Malfield banned against them 4 times. So even though they've picked the Hanzo Johanna, it could be just because they're getting the Kelfos and the Malfield banned so much that those aren't their most picked heroes.
Yeah. See Alarak and Tassadar as well from Evil Gaming. Tassadar very strong. We saw how effective it was. Was it last night or the night before? I've lost track now.
Last night it was first game.
First game last night. Oh yes, yeah, with the slow comp.
Slow comp with
Yes.
the Tassadar.
So
Yeah.
we're anticipating more and more Tassadar as the season goes on, as teams start losing to him and start saying, hold on, he's actually OP.
But so many of the majors are, so I don't know. You see ban out Tassadar, but you start to see Orpheus being picked up and stuff like that. I mean, again, I was talking to someone earlier today. I think this is why we're seeing the Rhaegar and the Diablos and the aggressive dive comps come back, and it's just to shut down these majors that have all been buffed.
Yeah.
That are enjoying their heightened power, but also the advantage they have poking down structures and dealing with the power and fort changes. Ooh, we have gone to the map screen.
We have. We've got some maps picked.
Here we go. So, All Blacks banning Praxis and Dragonshire. And Evil Gaming banning Volskaya and Infernal.
Yeah, so we see the Braxis ban as we were talking about. And then we see. Sorry, I don't know if you just said that. I was typing, but All Blacks take us to Battlefield of Eternity. Which is
No, I was letting you do the honors as you were setting it up. BOE. I mean, yeah, I think quite sensible just banning out Braxis if you've seen it picked that much. It's always a shame to see Infernal banned. We've actually not seen that much Infernal in the matches we've cast because people have been getting rid of it.
Yeah, it surprised me how much it has been getting banned, but perhaps because it's just a popular map and people aren't sure what to. I think there's maybe a few teams who aren't sure what to ban and they just see that it's been picked up a lot and think, well, might as well ban it out.
Yeah, I mean everyone has an Infernal strategy, don't they?
It seems
So
like it.
if you're looking at other comps, then it might be where you just go, "Ooh, do we risk them playing something that's comfortable when we can just try to go for maps where we know we have strong strategies where they might be less at home."
Yeah, that makes sense.
So a lot of kind of macro heavy bans here. The Infernal, big map, Volskaya. You're obviously always getting camps, always looking at that kind of double soak and rotation threat. Same with Dragonshire, you need really good coordination. So perhaps people just looking towards a bit more simple maps, a bit more team fight focused options here.
Yeah. And also All Blacks banning out the 2 maps that have the most important offlanes in Dragonshire and Braxis. That might be telling, I don't know.
Yeah, it might even be. This is one of those things where it might even be a bit subconscious, just banning, where you don't even realize that you perhaps don't favor maps that rely on a solo laner.
Yeah.
Now, portrait synergy. There's notably one person on Evil Gaming that doesn't have a matching portrait. Not Evil.
Hold on,
On
this
All
is
Blacks. We're the wrong way around.
No, we're right. We're right. Everything's in order now. All Blacks on the left. That's as expected.
Is it?
think so.
It is. So
Yep.
I've got Heroes Lounge open wrong. That's
Ah,
where I was
okay.
going wrong.
Um,
I'm just gonna confuse me for
Portrait
the
synergy. So yes, All Blacks on point. Some nice black portraits. Looks very neat. Evil Gaming not quite synergized. Nice
can,
portraits there, but there's no synergy. But four
can
of
I say
them.
as well though? All
Yep.
Blacks have matching images on the Heroes Lounge website as well, so they are completely coordinated and on point.
I'm very impressed. Massive commitment from evL Gaming though. Four of their team have evL as a. My mind's gone blank. As
A
a
precursor to their names.
yes. So very pro from them.
Yeah, committed. They've all changed their name. Are we ready?
We are always ready. Casters are always ready. Caldo said so.
Olympia saying that he remembers me, which probably means that I was this the scrim where I accidentally gave away our strategy.
I think you've done that more than once. It's hard to keep track, to be honest. Well, you did it. You did it in a proper lounge match the other week. So, shall we go for the CC one?
Yeah, I was wondering if it was that where I was like, so we're going for the CC comp? Insta ban variant. Show me your hat. It's popping fresh.
We'll get to that. There's still time. For now, we're about to head into draft any second now. Both teams, I think, are ready. So, once the start game button is hit, we are going to transition into the draft
And we'll
scene.
find out if they're going to ban out the heroes that other teams have banned against them, or ban out the heroes that they've been playing.
Yeah, okay.
With the bans.
So, slight delay here, unexplained. I'd expect to see the Greymane banned out. That's been the most popular hero for the All Blacks. So unless evil Gaming are going to try and pick that up with their first pick.
He's so good on this map that
Yeah.
you either try to get him or get rid of him. Other than that, looking at the heroes that they play, guess maybe that Anna picked twice, banned 3 times against them. Depends what you're going to play against it.
Yeah. Hanzo, one of the most picked for evil Gaming. Again, good on this map. Not as good as he was on release, but still very strong. Very good poke. So we shall see. Okay. The start button is being pressed now. And we're heading into draft. All Blacks versus Evil Gaming, Division 4.
Now, this is quite a fun map to cast, I think, because it is always so focused around team fighting. Tendency to ignore top lane for a large chunk of it and just watch teams duke it out in bot lane.
Yeah.
There's the Anaban.
Very fast Anaban. So, what will we see in return? Will we see the Hanzo? I don't know. Both teams have a preference for Johanna, so it's a tough one. I'm not sure if they will go for that. All Blacks have spotted that Evil Gaming like to play a bit of Alarak, and I think it's very strong on this map, especially around the objective, being able to telekinesis people into the stuns. Yeah.
Win team fights very easily here.
Yeah. Evil Gaming banning out the Greymane. They're not choosing to pick it themselves with first pick, so they must have another first pick in mind. Then final ban. The opening bans is
So I would expect to see an early Leeming, maybe.
Oh, there's the Johanna. Like we said, both teams do like a bit of Johanna, so
yeah,
Evil Gaming
I mean,
picking it up.
It's one of those tanks you can secure it early on. It doesn't give away any of your strategy. It's top tier. They can't really counter it. It's just a safe bet, isn't it? If you're going to take that Johanna, it lets your kind of team decide what they're doing, kind of separately of the tank.
ETC,
and the Tassadar.
yeah, ETC Tassadar. That's a nice combination there. Li
So we're
Ming
going to see
picked up.
some mages poking it out here. Now,
Yeah.
both obviously pretty squishy and susceptible to some dive. ETC can always look to put a bit of pressure on Li Ming. But in terms of who's going to win the race, maybe going towards Tassadar here?
Hard to say early on, but quite possibly. It does it's surprising how much damage he does to like structures and objectives. So Lucio picked up as well. Very strong on this map, especially around the middle. Is there anything that you think the team should be afraid of here and should be banning out, or?
I'd be looking towards auto attackers now, probably.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe worried about a Jimmy along with that Tassadar.
Yeah. Definitely a Jimmy with that Tassadar after the match we had last night.
Yeah.
But yeah, something like that. I mean, you could still target ban, obviously, the support, and look to try to choke that down a little bit. I'm just going to have a look at what All Blacks do play. Maybe get rid of Rhaegar.
They got rid of the Valor.
Valor. So again, kind of limiting their race potential. Valor's not necessarily top tier at the moment, but if someone plays it, then it doesn't hurt to ban that out.
Yeah, it feels like a worse Jimmy at the moment, like after
I was
his
going to
recent
say,
buffs.
we've got Rhaegar Jimmy open at the moment. I mean, there's the Jimmy, Tyrande. Good follow up on the ETC power slide. She can also obviously hunter mark the Immortal.
Yeah, some nice race there.
So they've got really nice race.
Yeah, I quite like that pick of the Tyrande. She's not as meta at the moment, but she is strong in the right hands, so we'll see how much value they get from her here.
I think possibly All Blacks might want to look for something quite meaty as their final choice. I was going to say they might want the Thrall, but that's obviously been denied now. So it'll be interesting to see what they pick up. Lunara is very good at racing as well. So both teams have that potential to absolutely melt the Immortal down when they choose to do so. So if you make a bad decision on macro here, you might find yourself getting punished very quickly.
Last pick for the All Blacks is evL. Okay, I didn't expect evL, but I like it.
Yeah, I mean, she's not on that first screen of heroes that they've played this season. She's not a hero we've seen at all so far this season in games played or casted, I think.
You might be right, yeah.
She's not in a bad place in the game. She's just not popular. I don't know if people find her a bit boring. Yeah, we'll have to see if it goes. Where would you want to put your money? I'll let you go first. Give you first rights.
It's a tough one. Probably I was leaning towards All Blacks, but I'm gonna go for evil Gaming. I think although I wouldn't be surprised to see it go either way. I like their comp a little bit more.
I was wondering if you're going to say. Well, I was just thinking then. I like the Lunara Vision.
Yeah, Lunara Vision's very nice on this. Can make it hard for you to get ganks of ETC and
when you've got Li Ming, Tassadar, they can see where they're actually throwing their talents rather than just shooting it blind around the middle, hoping to get people through vents and stuff.
Yeah, and I always like Li Ming into ETC. He's quite squishy, so she can often get a lot of value against him.
Yeah, I mean that evL will offer them quite a lot of sustain and quite a lot of pressure on the back line. So ETC can kind of focus on staying a bit closer to the team. So on the left, we have the All Blacks, with evL playing evL, Shadow Surge playing Tassadar, Olympia playing Tyrande, Dark Pyrox playing ETC, and Colonel Lord on Reyna.
And on the right hand side, we have evil Gaming with Rise on the Thrall, Ayla on Johanna, Goatly on Lucio, Rogue on Lunara, and Drake on Li Ming.
you got some nice easier names there.
Each time I had to kind of take off the evL off the front, so there was a bit of challenge in there, you know. Quick look at talents. Exterminator from Jimmy, as you'd expect on this map. Q from Tassadar. Echo of the Elements from Thrall, which...
Yeah, I possibly wouldn't have gone for that. Obviously, I am forgetting what that other talent is called.
Rolling Thunder?
Rolling Thunder against evL would have been pretty sweet for him.
Yeah, I mean, there isn't too much emphasis on the top lane in this side, you know.
Lunara has gone for the improved Wisp, so she will be granting unlimited amount of vision, basically, during this game.
Yeah, I think that's invaluable on this map.
And because of the Wisp, they straight away know that the siege camp is being taken. They're looking to invade, but that's a good force wall, buying them some space. And they get the camp, and All Blacks looking for a bit of damage on Johanna, but Johanna, being the ultimate tank, just walks back out. I mean, that was nicely done. They kind of proving why you get that Exterminator Jimmy. They just got that camp really quickly.
Yeah, it was very brave. I didn't expect them to get that in the end without more resistance, but credit to them, they were very decisive. They didn't, you know, to send one person there, they said, right, 4-man, we're getting it now. And they did.
And that Tassadar's already signed. Oh, death by blind.
Yeah, Jimmy took a massive Leeming combo and then that blind to finish him off. Ouch.
Very satisfying for a Johanna player, I can tell you that much. Tassadar's already gotten some stacks, but they are getting invaded. They're taking advantage of the fact no Jimmy, that can't be gotten quickly. Tassadar lucky to get out, I think, without more pressure.
Yeah, Jimmy's back now.
They're giving, they're giving it. They're going to get their own now. Quite sensible. They saw an opportunity, they went for it, but they didn't lose their heads and throw away any deaths after it.
Yeah, I think it was worth checking if they could get a quick pick off there. I think they could have still stolen that camp, but yeah, good decision making overall. All Blacks capturing their camp a little early. I mean, we're guilty of this ourselves, but
I mean,
they are pushing with
it. But they're pushing with it. They're getting value from it, and they're just going to be able to. Yes, it will get cleared, but they'll leave and go start focusing on the objective straight away, and they can probably clear top at half time. And if they don't, they'll probably lose as much value as they just got. And here we go. Jimmy looking to defend, and then I think deciding not to lose his life over it. That was a good route by Thrall, but obviously the Immortal got rid of him pretty quickly. ETC discovering why he's too squishy for this. And Lunara putting a bit of pressure on Tassadar, but scared off by the Tassadar damage.
Lucio down to 200 health, but he skates away. He's got Urel chasing him, but nah, she gives up. He can't keep up.
Johanna's going to be able to zone enough that this race has gone very quickly in the favour of evil Gaming. Like I said, both teams are really able to do a lot of Immortal damage. So, yeah, as soon as that advantage goes either way, you're going to see the Immortal health just absolutely melt. Johanna and Lucio trying to defend. And again, I mean, Lunara takes a stun, but they're still clearing out that Immortal really quickly.
Some nice race from All Blacks there. If they'd have been on level footing, they were a lot faster there. So, but they did. They managed to get that shield down nice and low, so it should be quite easy to defend with Reyna in theory.
But Lunara doesn't have her increased damage to monsters.
Oh, interesting. Sacrificing a bit of race there, but
well, I think it gets picked up at 7, possibly, if I know Lunara's talent tree quite well. So the next race, they will have a lot more damage.
Is it not for level 4, or is it?
I think it might. We'll find out now.
We will. A lot of damage going out onto Tyrande, and ETC is quite deep here, but he should be able to get out as the Immortal goes down. As we eagerly look at Lunara's talent pick. She's holding it, she's making us wait. I'm sure it's at level 4, or it used to be at least.
I was going to say, I don't get to play that much, so
we'll have to let you play her a bit more.
Well, either way, she's not gone for it now, so 4 or 7, she hasn't taken it. I think that's a questionable choice. I thought that would have been one of the main reasons why they took Lunara, was for the fact that she could match Jimmy on damage.
Yep.
Oh, Lucio in a bit of trouble.
Very nice follow-up.
Not being able to skate out of that force wall. Yeah, power slide with the force wall behind. Didn't see a Tronda stun on.
It did come out. I think ETC might have even knocked Lucio out of it, possibly. I couldn't quite see because of the force wall, but
a bit of counter synergy.
yeah, but nevertheless they got the kill they wanted, so and they took the camp on top with the space created.
That helps them just make sure their XP lead gets that little bit further ahead.
Yep, hopefully well, the All Blacks will be hoping that they can reach level 10 in good time for the next objective, which will give them a big advantage. It might be the second half of the race that they do get it, but they just need to hold that fight till they get there, I think. Tassadar's gone bot.
Yeah. I was wondering if he was looking for a gank when I saw him on the mini-map.
Yeah, Thrall scouted it out, and it looks like evil Gaming might get here first. evL and Tassadar need to be careful here.
Yeah, Thrall needs to hit Tassadar, not evL. But yeah, that fight goes in their favour. As soon as he got past that evL and started...
Lucio's going to finish off Tassadar here.
Very aggressive Lucio, that's what we like to see. As long as he doesn't get power slide force walled again, he'll get away with it.
Yeah. So All Blacks pick up their camp. They've not quite hit level 10 yet, but they are a man down, so evil Gaming will get another head start on the Immortal. All Blacks should hit level 10 though, with might have a good 20 seconds advantage, so they need to pick a fight here.
I mean, pretty much in the time that All Blacks cleared one wave, evil Gaming did half of the Immortal health.
Yeah.
Kind of surprised that they didn't try to clear bot during the halftime show. And look at that Jimmy damage coming out on their Immortal. Yeah. They've got to try to force this fight, even though it's 9v10, I think.
All Blacks have to be careful fighting around that objective. They could find themselves under a lot of CC if they're not careful. They've still got the 10 advantage. They could turn it here.
Oh, that was a look for pit. Thrall taking down Tassadar but dying himself. evL pops her ult, so she's going to be safe. Archon's used and Tassadar is dead. Not getting the help from his team he needs to get out. And obviously evil Gaming picking up their level 10 talents and making use of that during there. Blessed Shield used and Leaping Strike used as well. Sundering. Bit of disengage, put another interrupt for the mosh pit.
Yeah.
And yeah, UTC wasn't able to get his mosh pit off on that. I often say that you don't really want to pick mosh ETC into a Johanna, because her W is just, I mean, it's so much chance to interrupt you. So yeah, I think he's going to struggle to get that off against a Johanna, a Thrall, and a Li Ming with Wave of Force.
Yeah, perhaps it's better looking at using it maybe for, if they can isolate one or two heroes, maybe on a rotation you can use it, perhaps, rather than, going for the big team fight mosh, but we'll see.
Even with that, there's always that threat for mosh, isn't there? So
yeah,
it always makes you play a little bit differently.
Yeah, if you can get one hero to hold an ability for, a bit longer and not use it, then that's value, isn't it?
Yeah, completely.
So they managed to defend the fort, nope, it goes down.
I mean, evil Gaming did a good job to get that Immortal, and I think they'll be happy with that fort. The top fort as well is half health. I think the aim now for evil Gaming is to try not to lose their bottom fort before the next objective, and try to hit 13 at the same time as well.
We see evil Gaming being a bit aggressive here.
Yeah, was that rotation purely in the hopes of finding a gank? ETC's out of position, but Lunara is trying to focus that backline. That is a nice Sunder, followed up by the root. Tassadar under a lot of pressure. Mosh on Thrall, and Tassadar trying to focus down the Thrall. It does work.
ETC falls. Big damage going out. Ming surely going down.
But she doesn't get the kills, and she's now running.
Well, that was a bit confusing. It looked like All Blacks were in serious trouble at the start there with that Sunder grouping everyone together, but All Blacks recovered, got the kill on for all. UTC went down. Urel's going to fall on top here now.
I was going to say it was 2 kills for 1 with that full Sunday. He ended up dying, but they got 2 kills from it. But now they got 3 kills from it because they got that UL before she managed to get back to safety. So they definitely have a clear advantage going into this next Immortal phase. They're getting top camp. They're getting their bruisers. They've managed to keep all their structures alive. And you've got that Wisp just scouting out All Blacks' position. They know exactly what they're doing.
I think it's unfortunate for All Blacks. They have to defend top here, and that's going to give evL Gaming another head start. For the third time in a row, evL Gaming are going to get a head start on the Immortal. Unless All Blacks choose to just give up the top fort, perhaps.
Looks like they're doing. They're saying, "Come on, Jimmy, get to us. We need you."
Jimmy
Lucio zoning Jimmy out. So, yeah, I think if you're All Blacks, you look for a fight now.
Yeah, they've got double camp on top, so they need to be decisive here and try and get a pick and then send someone to clear it up. They've got a camp on bot themselves, but only one. I mean, they've got good race here. They could be able to...
Choosing to race, and maybe the decision here is to try to get this... Oh, goodbye, Jimmy. Oh, no. Saved.
Nice sound barrier coming out.
Another good Thunder grouping everyone up, but Full, again, going in, and he's just...
Mosh pit gets interrupted. ETC and Jimmy go down. Tyrande follows. Down goes Tassadar, and is it a full team wipe? No, evL has
evL walks out.
Magic bubble.
So now you've got Full pushing top lane. You're going to lose the Immortal race. And it wouldn't surprise me if they just send someone to clear bot as well. They can be quite comfortable now. What's interesting is you've got Full grouping everyone up and really trying to put a lot of pressure on. He then gets focused by All Blacks, and meanwhile Lunara just sneaks around and starts destroying the backline.
Yeah.
So yeah, they need to be able to stop that Lunara getting value in the team fights, I guess.
Yeah, Mosh Pit was interrupted instantly in that fight. Like you said, it's very hard for him to get any value from that. So we see Immortal going over to evL Gaming. Carry on, sorry.
Obviously, sorry, as the ETC, you can obviously watch for, has Wave of Force been used? Is Sunder gone? Is the Johanna used her W? And then obviously, if one of them still, so say Wave of Force gets used, look to try to get the full in your mosh pit, you know?
Yep.
So look for whoever hasn't used their talent yet to target. But it's a patience game. Counting cooldowns.
Yeah. So the Immortal's getting melted here. All Blacks don't have 16, so urel was soaking top a bit there. If they're careful, they should just be able to finish off this Immortal and...
Yeah, and stay alive, get 16.
Yeah, try to avoid the fight if possible.
Well, it looks like they're looking for the fight. Certainly the Tyrande was. I think they can afford to play a bit more passively now. I would already be sending someone to top to try to soak that. Dodging orbs. And Lunara putting a Wisp around, making sure they don't get flanked, make sure there's a urel doesn't appear in their backline.
Yeah, what do you do about this urel? Do you have to assign sort of Jimmy on the kill Lunara duty? She's getting a lot of value so far, and
do you know what? It's more that I would be looking to tell the Tyrande or the ETC to obviously posture aggressively for the team, but you want to be coming back and isolating that Lunara when she comes around the side. So that's who you look to power slide, or you look to mosh, I guess.
He looked for a mosh then, and it was put on a 10-second cooldown, didn't quite channel. Sunder used.
Unless his shield comes out, but urel's got her ult still, so she's going to be fine. And
there's a mosh pit. Sunder's been used.
Excellent.
Massive damage from Tassadar and Jimmy coming out there.
Sunder was used, and he got 2 of the people in who had interrupts. So perfect. Well done for Dark. Good mosh, and that turns the battle in their favour. They can now get a couple camps and start to get the Immortal. They've got to be quick on these camps, though. It's only 12 seconds.
Yeah.
And ETC still low health. He could find himself melted to Lunara if he's not careful.
Definitely. Yeah, ETC nearly went down in
Definitely if
that
he
fight,
wants
and
to.
he needs to be careful here. He's okay.
Yeah, he should not have chased that far alone. If Brawl had gotten the root on him, he would have been in trouble.
Yeah, without doubt.
But yeah, there goes. Disappears just like that. Half the immortal health. They've still got time. I mean, the halftime show is going to be finished when everyone's back, but they've got to travel across the map. They can get
Yeah.
substantial damage in here.
With how fast their race is, I think they can secure this very easily. So they've got a camp pushing bot, the Bruiser camp. They're going to have this Immortal pushing on top. They're going to have to clear out these two camps that evil Gaming are getting right now, but it's almost a full shielded Immortal, so as long as All Blacks play it right, they can get some serious structure damage here.
They're lucky because the camps both go top, which is where their Immortal is, so they don't really need to worry about them because they can just deal with them there.
Yep.
They've got a camping bot, nicely pushing that in. So that, I mean, that's straight onto the keep. That's going to be doing some serious damage.
Yeah,
Lunara's gone down to clear it up, so they've got the advantage in top that they need. Obviously, you can't quite dive the way you used to, but they're going to find that most of the damage from evil Gaming to that Immortal is not there. So if they block a few orbs, that Immortal is going to get a lot of value.
Would you be hoping for keep wall here?
Yes, 100%. And possibly rotating down to make sure you finish off that bottom keep. So I would be maybe thinking of going now to bottom, or just trying to get a couple of the towers and go.
Yeah, I like the idea of rotating down, but it doesn't look like they're going to do that. Might be able to get a bit of keep damage on top here, so...
Both teams really looking for a pick. You can just see constantly they're kind of probing, testing it out. It's not about zoning so that they can get the Immortal damage in. It was very much, if someone steps forward, we're looking at hitting them.
Yeah.
They're going to bot now, but there's going to be 5 men to defend it. I would...
A big aggression, big mosh pit.
It gets interrupted, but they manage to do a good half of their health. Obviously, the Lucio sound barrier making a huge difference. Archon coming out, and Tastar's Archon now is so powerful. A nice power slide secures the kills. I mean,
ETC goes down, Fro goes down as well. Tyrande just dodging some missiles from Li Ming, and that has gone in favour of the All Blacks.
That Tassadar damage when they're fighting in those choke points. I mean, obviously, you had All Blacks controlled the bush to the vent there and the vision. And there was basically a choke point to the left, a choke point straight on, and Tassadar was just going Q one way, Q the other. Yeah. Oh, ETC's power slid that, I'll follow up on that, and chunks of health just disappearing.
Yeah.
ETC a little unlucky to die there. When he kind of power slid in, I think it was Full Ming and someone else that he power slid. I honestly thought all 3 of those were going to die pretty quickly then.
Yeah. All Blacks know what their comp is strong at. They know they can take advantage of small corridors, and they're exploiting that, and it paid off with that team fight. They didn't really get much value from winning that team fight, but both teams are on level 20 now, so we'll see another exciting fight, hopefully.
And to be honest, like we were about to say, they're not going to be able to push bot because it's 5 men to defend it. And they realised that instantly themselves and went, let's use it to get a gank instead. And if that had been a team wipe, that would have been 2 keeps, maybe a core.
Yeah. We see some aggressive defending from evil Gaming here. All Blacks probably don't want to be fighting underneath the Immortal.
Yeah, Tassadar's just not quite with his team. He was down the bottom, so they have to heal up and regroup here, All Black. They've been effectively zoned out. So yeah, tap and turn.
I think they'd be better off trying to approach this from a different angle, because even if they do get a bit of damage on someone and they try and chase it, it'll be into that Immortal. So I would try and flank round, and
they also keep aggroing these bruisers onto themselves. I don't know if half the team want to do the bruisers and the other half don't.
Yeah.
But it doesn't help your team fight if you just got them doing damage to your backline. So. They're going for the race now. Evil Gaming coming back to the interrupt, and now they're going to go for the bruisers. And ETC lucky to get himself out of that trouble.
Evil Gaming going for the invade now.
Lunara is so aggressive on the backline.
ETC mushes Li Ming but gets interrupted by the objective. Johanna jumps onto the bruiser camp and she goes down. Thrall's in a lot of trouble here. Li Ming can't quite get a reset as Archon and Jimmy are just shredding everyone.
I mean, as the tank, it's your job to go stand on that point and to hope that your team follows up and gets you out. But sometimes, do not stand on that point. If your team aren't in a position to help you, unfortunately, you got heavily punished there, Johanna. And Thrall then tried to take her place and also kind of paid the price for it.
Yeah.
Might have been a bit better to let it go and just send one person to start doing damage to the other team's Immortal.
So, All Blacks confirm the objective, and Tassadar might be going down here. He does. Really nice play by Lunara and Lucio. That could be game saving, getting that pick on Tassadar there. I was just about to say, big Immortal coming towards their keep. They need something, and that might be it.
This Lunara player is playing so aggressively. It's like I said, Thrall going in the fight, getting all of the focus nearly, and then Lunara's just there in the back line like, hey, don't forget about me, I'm going to hurt you.
All Blacks making a good decision here.
Top keep, yeah. They're going to lose bot as well. There's no way, as much damage as they do to this Immortal, there's no way they can kill it that quickly. So, a bit of core damage here. I don't think All Blacks are going to be pushing in from the way they're posturing.
Yeah, I think it's...
Maybe could have done. They could have bought that Immortal a bit more time. Instead choosing to get ready for camps.
It would have been a 4v5. I think evL Gaming would have just walked past the Immortal and killed them. So I think they've got the losses, said, okay, we've lost Tassadar, but we can get 2 keeps, and now they've got that pressure on their side. So I think that's really important on this map, especially when evL Gaming have been posturing in the middle quite a lot and waiting for the All Blacks to push into them, but they can't do that anymore because they've lost both keeps.
With having the Exterminator, Jimmy, you obviously lose a lot of kill pressure, particularly when you got that Tassadar dead. So yeah, I can understand why they didn't look to even kind of posture for a fight there.
Yeah.
Top getting cleared. evL Gaming going to have to back and clear bot, and All Blacks in this position where there is nothing for them to do on the map other than to look for a fight. Wisp being sent the wrong way, shall we say. Johanna learned the lesson, checking that vision. They're isolating the ETC and focusing him down. He gets the mosh, but it gets interrupted. And yeah, he's being hit by the tower as well. evL in the back line. And realistically, Lunara, God, not being able to get herself out. That aggression getting punished.
Down goes Thrall.
Overcommitting to save her. And unfortunately goes down, and they are going to try to end the game here.
It's going to find out. I think it'll be difficult for them to defend here. A pick on Jimmy would be nice, but they can't quite get it.
With still having Li Ming, they've got that potential to kill someone. Johanna's got the wave clear. Oh,
very nice kill on Tyrannus.
There we go. There's the reset. Now Li Ming, stay alive, please. I mean, well done. She wants to chase that Tassadar. She knows she can one-hit it. They've got bruisers actually in top lane.
Yeah, taking the keep.
Pushing that in. So they can go and look at the Immortal race and know that there's a bit of a distraction for All Blacks. I mean, Tassadar and ETC, not the best people to be racing the Immortal down. And here come evL Gaming, about to start doing some damage. 3v3. But evL Gaming going to have their reinforcements a lot quicker than All Blacks. So I reckon we're going to see half the Immortal health go to evL Gaming and then a fight after that.
Yeah, it seems likely. Yeah, it just shows the power of Li Ming in those resets. It can just flip a game on its head. It looks like All Blacks are just going to win there, but
I thought All Blacks were going to get away with it. When Li Ming Calamity's in and it didn't get the kill, she was lucky that an auto attack finished off. I think it was Tyrande or Jimmy.
Tyrande first, yeah.
Then she got a reset, yeah. Hello,
Bruiser camp picked up by All Blacks, and they're going to look for a fight here, surely.
Yeah, there was a bit of indecision there from evL Gaming, Thrall wanting to go for the invade. Jimmy getting pushed.
Mosh pit is up, so ETC will look to be aggressive here.
ETC is positioning for that, and Johanna was straight away looking for the interrupts as well. So,
if All Blacks can stall it a little bit, they've got the camp on bot, but with Li Ming and Lunara, there's a lot of poke damage coming in.
this situation is why you like Li Ming on this map, because she can just keep
Ooh,
throwing ults in
Thrall
that
in a lot
immortal.
of trouble there. He does get out.
Oh, does he? Tassadar nearly got him. Okay, they've
Yeah,
managed to zone evil gaming out. They've got pressure on the core as well.
yeah.
So here's their turn to race.
evL Gaming,
Surprised
they need
that
to get
evil
back and
gaming
defend
sent 5
this.
people back.
Yeah, they can't give the objective either. That's surely going to be GG if
Oh,
All
get
Blacks
ready
can
for
get
a
that.
blessed shield here. Didn't come out.
So All Blacks a bit split at the moment.
Archon
Archon's
comes out.
popped.
Here's Hyperion. There's the Thunder grouping everyone up. Li Ming unlucky not to get any kills. Archon about.
Li Ming's finishing the objective top here. And it looks like All Blacks won't be able to stop them.
This Archon's just lasting forever for Tassadar because of its extended duration by the looks of it. There's the death metal on Lucio. Not enough follow-up to kill the Lucio though. And Jimmy in trouble. Tronda's doing an amazing effort to kill. Oh my god! How is Tronda keeping Jimmy alive? And that Archon is just still going out. There's the death. Finally
Jimmy.
for them. And this is going to be the end of Tassadar as well.
So,
and there's an
exciting
immortal in
team fight.
bottom. They're sending 5 people to the core, try to end. Don't forget there's towers there. Towers hitting Thrall a little bit. They've got pressure on their own core,
They
so
have, but I think that should be cleared up by minions by the look, so...
alone evL is not going to be able to do anything to this immortal.
No, she can maybe distract them a little bit, but it's not going to be enough.
Goodbye. And well played to evil gaming coming back into that.
Yeah, it was well played both teams. I mean,
that fight at the end could have gone either way. I mean, the Archon for Tassadar, first of all, I did not know the level 20 Archon for Tassadar extends the duration because it's rare that a fight lasts that long when the Archon's popped, but it just never went down, and I really thought they were going to win that game. All Blacks.
yeah, I thought it swung a lot that game. evil Gaming looked quite on top early game. They won the objectives, and then All Blacks swung it back in their favour to that point where we thought they were going to win the game, and then a Li Ming reset was all it took to put it back in evil Gaming's favour.
All Blacks got a lot of value from Jimmy being able to race that immortal really quickly, and Tassadar's damage in the team fights, just in those choke points, really churning out the damage. But I mean, we like to obviously talk about who you're going to target ban in the next game. I would not want to be playing against that Lunara again. She was absolute hell to the backline of All Blacks.
Yeah. I suppose it depends on the map. Not every map, this is quite a...
Yeah, this is a Lunara map.
Yeah, you can flank on this map. So it depends what map we go to. I think All Blacks have opted for first pick, so we'll see evil Gaming pick their first map of the series.
And I mean, if we have a second game like that, it could go either way, couldn't it? It's rarely that a match is won in the draft, so we could see a lot of head-to-head fighting again.
Yeah.
Okay, so evil Gaming choosing to take it to Sky Temple, and All Blacks getting the first pick.
It's always an interesting map, Sky Temple. We don't like it.
We don't like it.
No. if you're gonna pick it, you know how to draft it, and I think that can be worrying. It'd be interesting to see if All Blacks have something planned for this map, considering they didn't ban it out.
Definitely. And it's going to be a bit more macro intensive here. And to be honest, I'm not sure which team that's going to favour, because obviously we didn't see that many. We saw some interesting calls from All Blacks looking for ganks when people were expecting to rotate and stuff like that.
Yep.
But like
nice
you
aggression.
said, evil Gaming had the early game, had really nice macro in the early game here. Looked for some invades when they got the first kill and stuff like that, and then they managed to pull that game back. So yeah, this kind of larger map with a bit more going on could really favour evil Gaming, I think.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
While you start the draft, I'm going to quickly grab some more water.
Yep. Yeah, so lobby's getting set up now. Thank you for pointing out, chat, that I have not updated the title.
I've just seen that. That's excellent. Well done.
I,
There's always something.
There's always something, isn't there? That's the first time I've forgotten to do it. So, and we have done about 10 casts so far, so that's not too bad, right? Right, evL Gaming asking for a 2-minute break, so slight delay on the draft. Let's have a look. So Sky Temple.
I mean, obviously, it doesn't matter if we get the titles right because everyone's going to be here from the start, hear our big intro and descriptions of both of the teams, and then instantly know what's going on, right?
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely right. I was just having a look at evil Gaming's heroes that they picked so far, and there's nothing. They picked up an Abba for once, but apart from that, there's nothing else that jumps out as, a Sky Temple hero. Nothing.
Some cheesy Sky Temple comp.
Yeah, I was looking for like a Samuro or a Zagara or something like that, but no, nothing too. Yeah, nothing too interesting. But we shall see. Maybe they'll surprise us here. I mean, both teams played really well in that first game. I think no one would be surprised to see them pull out something special, to try and confirm the series from evil Gaming. But
I would say this is a Lunara map again, so it might be a viable target ban here.
I would definitely look at banning that out.
And I'd also expect to see the early Johanna pick up again.
Yeah, I mean, All Blacks have the first pick this time, so that might have be part of the reason why they have gone for that first pick, so they can get Johanna. Definitely. Look.
Oh my days! I'm about to run out of battery.
Run out of battery on your computer? Are you running your computer off a couple of AAAs? Yemek? Well, Yemek has run out of battery. I'm not sure if he's a robot or what's going on there, but hopefully he'll be rejoining us soon. Where are we? So yeah, Johanna looking like All Black's favourite tank by a decent margin, so wouldn't be surprised to see them first pick that if it's not banned out. Yemek?
Hello.
Okay,
I'm back. Were you talking to me?
I was just worried if it was you who had run out of batteries. You
I
personally.
obviously watch Twitch and the Twitch chat on my phone while I cast, so I can see what people say.
Right, okay.
However, having spent the day gardening, I now have the battery, so put it on charge. One advantage of having spent the day gardening, Nova, the dog, absolutely flat out knackered. So no dog to contend with during the cast for a change.
Awesome. No turning off your computer for attention.
No. Yeah, for anyone listening, my dog has worked out how to turn off my computer. So if I ignore her too long, she literally pushes the power button and turns the computer off, which is good fun.
Yeah. So we can see the first ban from All Blacks here. So we're expecting Lunara ban.
I really would. I just don't think they enjoyed that. I think the Tassadar in that back line was just getting absolutely pissed off at Lunara coming around the side all the time. But we see an Abafa ban.
Yeah, it makes sense on this map. He's always a contested pick. Yeah. There's a Johanna ban.
If we can't have Johanna, no one can.
What were the bans from All Blacks in Game 1? I've slipped my mind.
Anna, was it?
No, that was banned out by evil Gaming. Evil Gaming did Anna and Greymane.
Hanzo and
Hanzo, yes. Yes, that's right.
Oh man, I'd pay
not
attention.
not the best map for those two, so I'd like to see Lunara ban. Oh, they sit with the Alarak.
Yeah. I mean,
He works on any map really, but
he's
it's
a
just a
bit
bit more
actually fun to
open.
play against, isn't he?
Yeah.
So maybe it's a bit of that. Maybe it's just like, oh, I just don't want to have to deal with it.
Yeah, I guess so. The Ana ban again, as expected.
Good.
Let's see.
Where's
Let's see
Twitch
the reason
Taco?
why All Blacks wanted first pick. They're having to think about it. So it could have been that Johanna that they wanted. And pick up the Greymane, one of their favourite heroes.
Let's see the aggression.
Quick.
ETC. That's like, okay, our turn. We don't get the Johanna. We're going to take your ETC away, force the tank onto something else. Takes away a bit of an aggression to follow up with that Greymane as well. Do you think
Hmm?
Do you think we're going to see Rhaegar?
Oh, it could. I'd like to see that.
Play it.
They do play it. Could see Leeming in a Tyrande again.
Ooh. Okay.
So Leeming good against the ETC as we saw last game.
I'm wondering who they're going to pick as their setup. Maybe a Blaze or like an Anubarak.
Yeah, they've
All
played.
Blacks, they've got it's going to be some main tank engage, set up that Greymane, set up that Tyrande stun. I mean, and you can Greymane and Li Ming can kill an ETC in a second. So
Definitely. We've seen them play Mal'Ganis and Garrosh this season. We haven't, but they have.
Mal'Ganis will work. And
Yeah.
if Anna's been banned out, that makes him a fairly safe pick. Anna being one of the toughest counters to
Zol.
Mal'Ganis.
Okay, I've forgotten about Zol after his nerfs and his drop in popularity, but here he is.
Yeah.
Being picked up by evil Gaming.
Do you think we're going to see a bit of double soaking from Zul? Obviously, top it first, and then when the temples spawn, just get a
Yeah,
double
I
soaking.
imagine so. And Rhaegar picked up by evL Gaming.
Oh my days! I mean, a Rhaegar Zul is pretty scary.
Doesn't Zol attack fast enough anyway? What's going to happen?
Exactly.
He's just.
I don't know if 80 frames a second or whatever my computer has is going to be enough for that.
I see a Nubarak. Main tank pickup from All Blacks.
Yeah, I'm not surprised because of the Tronda and Greymane, and there's an Entomb. I mean, a Leoric, but people don't care about the Entomb, right?
Yeah, I think that's a nice.
How does Leo do against Zul on the solo lane?
You're asking the
I
wrong person.
imagine. Yeah, I would think he'll be fine.
I think he's fine, but then he just can't keep up with Zul's ridiculous wave clear.
Can anything?
No, I don't think so. Cassia, oh.
But I mean, Leoric can equally double soak if they do get Zul double soaking. Temples. What are they called? Shrines? Temples?
Shrines, temples.
Shrine, yeah. This map that
temples.
we always ban
Sky
and
Temple.
never play on.
Is the whole thing a temple?
Cassia.
It's not Sky Temples. Oh yeah, you like Cassia.
The new Cassia, not that popular. Now, what I would say is, against an Anubarak, I don't know. I'm gonna have to be voting for Evil Gaming. Oh no.
Well,
no.
I wanna go for All Blacks.
Okay, you're going. That's fine. I'll vote for Evil Gaming. I don't know. I really like the Zul, Kel'Thas, Rhaegar, etc. And obviously they won the last game. They're looking strong, but I don't know that Cassia. I just think she's a good hero, but not against the comp that she's against right now. Obviously they get my points because I would rather bet against you than bet sensibly. So on the left team, we have all Blacks. Where's my cursor on? With evL playing Leoric. Colonel Lord playing Li Ming, Shadow Surge playing Greymane, Olympia playing Tyrande, and Dark Pyrox playing Anubarak.
And on the right hand side we have evL Gaming with Rise on Zul, Rogue on Cassia, Goatley on Rhaegar, Alia on ETC, and Drake on Kael'thas. Yeah, I like All Black's team comp. I think, you know, Cocoon to engage, the Anubarak stuns, the Turan stun, you know, on an ETC, Greymane, Li Ming damage, and they get a kill every time.
I sincerely mean this. If they land an Anub stun on Cassia, there's no excuses for her not to die.
Yeah. I mean, she'll be cleansed the first time, but then...
She loses her armor instantly.
That's true.
Instantly loses the armor, and she becomes so squishy the Greymane will be able to just delete her.
So, interesting start. Yeah, so... Contrary to what would normally happen on this map, All Black's going immediately to bot lane, taking the tower, leaving Leoric to double soak against Zul. evL Gaming responding quite quickly.
This is why it... Come on, Anub, you're squishy, man. What I find interesting here is I actually would have expected this to be evil gaming strategy because they have the Zul that's going to win the double soak. Leo is going to lose that double soak.
Yeah, he just missed a wave mid nearly.
Certainly until he can get his level 4 talent. But yeah, I mean, they got a tower. They're both getting their camp now. They're not going to be able to gank Leo. Power Slide goes out. Zul's looking for the root, but yeah, Leo gets out. Leo.
So looking at talents, everything looking fairly standard. ETC.
I mean, Cassia making completely the wrong choices and going for the meta build, but yeah, all fairly sensible picks here.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if ETC might go block party against the Greymane, but going for the more meta globes talent. Rhaegar going for shield build, lightning shield build. Now I go for that when I'm going bloodlust, so I don't know if that's what everyone does, but
well, if you do it, it must be right.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Just like me saying Cassia's gone the wrong build.
So we see evL Gaming picking up the Bruiser camp on the right. All Blacks look like they're gonna do the same now.
No. evL Gaming, getting their Bruiser camp. They've got the Bruiser camp. All Blacks getting theirs now. All Blacks now can afford to just make sure they get one of the temples. Don't contest the other one. But I would have someone trying to sneak that bottom well as well. Because then for the next temple phase, you've already got the advantage as long as you don't let evL Gaming push it in.
Yeah, they've opened up the path to that well as though they are planning to go for it, so it wouldn't be too surprising, but evL Gaming grouping up on mid here.
Yeah, I think by the looks of it, Leoric's going to get tough and contested because they have Zul double soaking.
Yeah, and they've got the Bruiser camp pushing in as well. evL Gaming are going to have to respond to that. But they've sent Zul bot.
Four-man mid. Yeah, because they're going to get a lot of value from Zul double soaking, but they have to clear top.
So All Blacks have numbers mid as Rhaegar and Kael'thas go top. They could take advantage of that, although Anubarak's in a bit of trouble, but he does get out.
Yeah. I'd possibly say a bit of indecision from both teams here. I think they're both trying to execute their own strategies and then not really knowing how to respond to the other ones right now.
Yeah.
They're still trying to work this out a little bit here.
evL Gaming getting a bit more value, having Zul keeping going bottom, getting quick soak on, but...
Yeah, I was going to say Greymane having to respond to that and going bot, and evL Gaming looking for a fight now.
A lot of damage going out onto Zul.
Zul is not going to get away from there, surely.
No.
Yeah, he doesn't. Li Ming finishes them off. And now this is the fight for All Blacks.
Li Ming in very deep there, and she's getting
That was a nice bend, but oh, hello. Rhaegar gets stunned by a Anubarak. Greymane follows up. Li Ming not quite in a position to follow up because she's still recovering, but Greymane finishes off the kill. Look at that, 3 people in bot. They can finish off this well, surely.
Well, very well played by the Li Ming there, giving the Rhaegar the run around. It looked, I thought 0% chance of Li Ming getting out here, and then she just runs around the bush and
instead gets the Rhaegar kill.
Yep. They didn't go. They didn't get the fountain in the end, but maybe the siege camp will provide the distraction they need to secure that. If they don't die.
Spread the bomb.
Spread the bomb.
It's certainly doing a good effort to do it. Leoric still just soaking mid up, dealing with Zul problems. He's gonna go top now.
He's not.
Leo on the double soak.
Yeah, XP wise, Leoric not too far behind Zul, but not quite keeping up. Let's see how that gets on.
Backing in vision. ETC in a bit of trouble here, but there's the Tyrande stun. Root on Tyrande. Anubrak doing its best to peel for it, and she does get out, and ETC falls instead. Greymane pays the price for getting that ETC kill. But I think Li Ming's going to get away, so 1-for-1 trade there.
I think if Leoric came down there and if he'd have committed, they might have been able to get another kill there. He gets the Entomb on Rhaegar.
You mean this commitment, right here?
Yes.
Nice fend on Li Ming. Cassia securing that Li Ming kill. She was trying to come in to follow up on that Leoric, and yeah, Cassia.
Kael'thas needs to be careful here. If the team...
Yeah.
It's a nice stage dive to come and save his team by ETC. Oh, long range stun on Kael'thas, and he goes down.
Wanda finishes him off.
All Blacks are low. Tyrande taking a lot of damage from Rhaegar, but she's going to survive.
It's like bait after bait after bait at the moment.
Yeah, it's all a bit hectic.
Backing in a in a questionable position, and evil Gaming now clearing bot. I mean, hard to tell who got the most value from that fight. I mean...
Yeah, I'm really not sure, to be honest.
All Black slightly ahead in terms of XP at the moment. They obviously had a bit of pressure in top as well.
Overall, it seems fairly even.
Ooh, Cursed Bullet comes out on ETC, but yeah, they didn't have enough to finish him off.
So because of that fight, we didn't really look at the heroics. We just kind of saw them happen. So we've got stage dive instead of mosh pit, which is fair enough with the interrupts on the left-hand side. We've got ancestral healing, no bloodlust, ball lightning from Cassia. So
disappointing.
Big damage coming out on Anubarak, and he ends up cocooning the Rhaegar to help his escape. Hi Linux.
Hi Linux.
So we see evil Gaming posturing around the sky, around the temple, defending it well. Leoric's coming down here. They're going to have a numbers advantage. They want to engage. Although the temple has finished now, so not the best time to invade. But Zul is still top. The Entomb on Anubarak, but it does zone out a lot of the team. Cassia's in a lot of trouble here. But it's Greymane who looks to be going down. Nope, Tyrande saves him, very nice healing there.
Jimmy, run!
Cassia's on 5 health. It's very back and forth. I think we're going to see some bomb spread here, yep.
Some bomb spread.
All the bomb spread.
I've never seen so much bomb spread. Li Ming trying to finish off that ETC, the greed. Oh, is she gonna go? No, she's...
Oh, she gets him. Nicely done. And Zul goes down.
I don't know who will be disappointed with that, Li Ming or ETC there.
Yeah.
Both of them looked at different stages that they should have gotten away with that kill.
Definitely. Very hectic, that team fight. If it was a team fight.
So hectic that by the time it's over, half the players are back again.
Yeah. All Blacks coming out on top. They had 2 heroes left in the end then, I believe, so...
Yeah.
Gives them a bit of an XP lead.
And they got a bit more of the temple, didn't they?
I think they got half. I think Anubarak got half of it, and then they backed off and evil Gaming got the other half, so... That was kind of even. Once Leoric arrived and they engaged, the temple had been taken, so...
I mean, it's just a classic kind of slog to the end at the moment.
And it is amazing.
Constant fights, neck and neck. I think they're both wanting a bit of unfinished business on the last game here.
Yeah, so both teams picking up the bruiser camps. evL Gaming have cleared out All Black's siege camp and taken their own, so they've got a bit of pressure on bot here.
Now, I'm wondering if Zul's going to come down and look for the fight here. Leoric going to be slow to rotate, so we are going to get a 5v4 in the bot.
All Blacks could be in trouble here. Okay, not much happening in the...
Ronda out at the moment, but yeah, evil Gaming get the bottom. They're now sending Zul back up.
Yeah, Leoric just staying top, channeling that objective, so until we see Zul go top, perhaps All Blacks will be a bit passive on bot, or maybe they'll go in, who knows?
You eat those words. I mean, the noob and ETC both equally deep.
Big
ETC
damage.
power sliding out to save himself. A noob goes in on it, and Greymane in trouble.
Self-ancestral from Rhaegar saves him.
Why did I think Rhaegar was a Greymane then?
They're all quite wolfy.
Yeah.
Greymane's going down to the Cassia. Tyrande gets away up top. Cassia 1v2ing there, taking down Greymane and a noob.
Really getting some value there.
Yeah, I think Leeming needs to be careful here. She might be in a lot of trouble here. I think Rhaegar can chase this down quite easily. There's a good teleport. She's going to get away.
Not easily, yeah. Well played by Ming to get out of that, I think.
Yeah, I think holding your teleport there was key. So evil Gaming hit level 16 first, so they'll have a talent advantage briefly. Neither team looking at the have looked at the boss yet. I don't think there's been an opportunity to, but it wouldn't surprise me if one of them just made an aggressive call.
I thought we would have seen a boss play by now. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, my bad. We missed the Zul getting a kill on Leoric there on top. And
a noob wanting to get revenge, but not. Li Ming finishing that off. We've got Cocoon Cassia, and I do not know why a noob just burrowed away from the Cassia when he could have made sure she got finished off. And
nice kill on the Cassia.
Now. Leoric doing his best to slow evil Gaming.
Could we see a boss call now?
I think we do see a boss call now. I think it has been called. They're rotating down to it. They have 35 seconds to kill that boss.
Yeah, they've got the Greymane damage, they've got the Tyrande mark. They should be able to do this. I mean, Red Team can get in there, and if they time it right, they could possibly get a kill.
They want to contest. They're possibly looking at the back line here with ETC coming round. ETC is threatening Ming, but no, they're not. They're Entomb on ETC. They get the boss eventually, if anyone wants to stand on the point. And yeah, ETC gets out.
Nice damage on the Greymane. All Blacks might need to back off here.
York's rooted, but under no pressure, and Curse Bullet hurting Zul. ETC diving in only with half health, so that drew out the Ancestral. A noob getting out of his burrow too early and dying for it. And Living Bomb forcing the Greymane to go back in.
Oh, Tyrande is in a lot of trouble here. Oh, it's a very good job to avoid all the crowd control there. She might go down, no. Oh, Leoric tries to zone with the Entomb and loses his life for it.
I think Tyrande will be very happy to have gotten out alive, but also very disappointed that Leoric then died.
Yeah.
The boss getting a little bit of value in bot. Not a huge deal, perhaps not worth the 2 deaths that came after that.
Rhaegar and ETC scamming out this bruiser. Yeah, they are outnumbered here.
Yeah, and I mean, when you're Greymane, you're already in wolf form, and your increased auto attack speed is gone.
And Nubrak's AFK in base. His team really need him right now. Well, no, or maybe, or do they? They've just killed ETC. But they lose Greymane in response.
These fights are just trade-offs nearly every time, aren't they? No clear winners.
If I think All Blacks can be aggressive here. They've lost the Greymane, but they've still got their, quite a beefy front line, whereas evil Gaming only have the Zul, so...
Because they've got Li Ming, who's perfectly capable of getting kills, they can still contest.
Yeah.
There's the stun on the Rhaegar, second stun on the Rhaegar, leaving missing her combo. There should be a Tyrande stun on this now.
Oh, he gets the ancestral self-ancestral off. Living bombs
And they're
spreading.
spreading the bomb. No. Spreading the bomb, spreading the ball lightning, and they are in a lot of trouble here. I'm just looking at the map quickly. Got a camp pushing bot. Send one person top, get the keep bot.
Yeah, I think that's... Yeah, they got 40 seconds or so, so... Yeah, I think they definitely have space to do something
They've got two
meaningful.
people getting top, so bit of pressure mid. Yeah, they're just going to get this mid keep, I think.
Yeah, they've got level 20 advantage, so... They should be able to finish off this keep if they can get to it quickly.
You think they're going to look for a dive on Greymane? Willing to tank the keep damage? It's half health.
Could do. And if they do it, they need to do it quickly, though.
I mean, Gelforce aggroing the keep onto himself by accident, I think.
So keep taken for evil gaming, which is
stop.
really important on this map. You know, when it comes to the late game and objectives are being taken, structures are so important.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, if there's a double objective spawn and you have to try and defend both of them, it can be very tricky. So.
And they're just going to get their bruisers, gives them a bit more pressure in top. They're taking the opportunity to heal up. Tyrande knows where they are, but not going to do anything about it. Are they coming straight away for another fight?
Yeah, well,
numbers.
We've got the silence entomb now, and we've seen some decent entombs so far. So the silence might make a big difference here. We've also got rewind from Anubarak, so
even if you don't
long
see great
stuns.
entombs, it makes a big difference having
That's
the
true.
silence. The level 20 for Leord is huge. And Anubarak's in trouble here. And yeah, he goes down. There's a 3 men in the silence, as well as ETC stuck there. But they spread the living bomb. Leoric has to go in, not out. And Leoric dies. They just weren't able to follow up on that entomb because the Anub had already died. And ETC had soaked up most of the damage.
Yeah, and with Greymane and Li Ming, it's not the two heroes that you'd pick for following up on that entomb, I suppose. Like Li Ming threw a combo towards it, but you know, you want the Kael'thas on your side in that situation, or a Tassadar, you know, something with a bit more.
Yeah, and I mean this is the more common kind of Greymane talents now, where it's like human basic attacks that is the main focus. But it means that he can't really blow up people in that situation. You know, if he'd gone for more of a Worgen build and he was in there slapping them all, they'd all be dead. But instead he has to stay in human form, auto attack, and hope that the auto attack comes down a bit.
Yeah, so All Blacks feeling like they have to make a move here. Taking a fight that's not quite in their favour. Tyrande's taking a lot of damage, but here comes Leoric to save the day, perhaps.
He's going to get out. I think they just heal back up before.
I don't think they can let them have this temple though. I think they need to do something and do it quickly. Oh, big damage on the Li Ming and she goes down. The protected on the Cassia, really saving her there. She does go down to the entomb in the end.
Oh, double stun. That Rhaegar unlucky to step back in, and Rhaegar's going to pay the price here.
Or is he?
Or is he? I mean, Kel'Thas doing a lot to save him.
Oh, so a lot of bomb spreading going on there as well. Rhaegar does go down.
Yeah.
Anubarak needs to be careful here. There's a lot of damage coming his way. So it looks like All Blacks might be able to get the rest of this objective. That was well played.
All Blacks could look for boss here. I mean, you know,
I think they have to.
The back, right? He's low health. He's got stage dive, but I think you just do the boss.
I think on this map, All Blacks right now, you have to end. You've lost all your keeps. You can't let your opponents get any more shrines. Yeah. You have to do something. Your opponent's trying to backdoor you.
Try to end bot, but yeah, the backdoor's going to force them to back. They are doing really little damage to this bot.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
It's impressive how slow this is. Again, that's Greymane in Worgen form, just not doing. I'm wondering if
Greymane had used his attack speed on the objective there, and then he didn't have it at first on the boss.
Yeah.
So red team are going for core top.
I think they shouldn't have all backed. Yeah, red team are pulling out straight away, and they're going to go deal with the boss now.
So this boss will definitely get keep. It'll get some core damage. If I was the All Blacks, I would try and go in and just finish it off because,
Yeah.
like we say, on
They
this map,
have to push. Absolutely have to push. Get some kills. But
they
I mean,
might be able to catch out ETC here. Can they get the in-2?
okay.
They can.
Definitely. So that's dead ETC.
Very nice.
Don't chase the Zul. Don't waste your time chasing Zul. Go to core.
They're going for it. I mean, if they get it, then
They're going to get it. There's no doubt about it. But the boss is dead now.
yeah, I think they need to go in now. I think there's
Now,
not too much pressure in the other lanes, so
they can try to end 5v3, but they've got top pressure coming in. That bruiser camp's going to be captured quickly.
here's the double temple that they've had. That's the danger for them.
Yeah.
You know, they need to defend both of those or end now.
They need to end before 20 seconds is up.
Yeah,
basically.
a bit of indecision there. Turan looking like she was going to go clear, but the rest of the team going in. They need to get Greymane, keep him alive, keep him on that core, and they should be able to end.
Kel'Thuz's ult gained some value. There's the Entomb on Kel'Thuz, but Li Ming not able to finish him off.
They need to focus core here.
And they are not hitting the core, and Greymane is dying to structures. Turning on Taronda. Leoric in trouble as well. Too slow to follow up on that boss. Here is that. And look at this Kel'Thuz just walking his way to mid. He's going to stand there and finish the core in the most passive way possible.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like they just started to damage the core, and then Greymane backed out of Worgen form, and then he just didn't commit, and then I think the rest of the team was calling for the kills, and he tried to join in there, maybe?
Oh, that's painful. That is painful to watch for All Black.
They played really well for most of that, and then
they were dominating a large. Well, no, they weren't dominating. It was neck and neck for large chunks of it. But they had that clear lead at the end there that they just chased the Zul kill. Unfortunately for them, they needed to follow that boss up. It was such a good boss play. Unlucky All Blacks.
if we can get a winner's interview there.
I
think 10 out of 10 for entertainment. Because
both of these teams had tough games. Like they've both only lost tough games up until now, so that was quite decisive for them in terms of where they're going to be heading in the league going forward. Are they in amongst those other tough teams that they've played?
But yeah, lots of action there, lots of very exciting team fights. That was really fun to watch. Well played from both teams, but just those small decisions in the end making the difference, really.
Yeah. So let's go over to the interview room by the looks of it.
Yeah. And hopefully in a moment we'll be joined by Rise from evL Gaming.
He's got a oh. Joined and left multiple times. 1 second. Too busy calming down or celebrating.
Hello.
Hi, Rise.
Hey guys, can you hear me well?
Yep.
Yeah, we can. Well played.
Yeah, thank you.
You must be feeling a little bit drained from that match, I would guess.
I wouldn't really say so. We barely play any HOTS together. This Heroes Lunch season was actually the first time we played as 5 with my team, and it's just more like fun for us, I guess.
Fair enough.
We mostly spend our time on Dota and other stuff.
Okay, so you play other MOBAs together, so
yeah,
you have had a bit of practice.
But the match was interesting. I think the other guys played really, really okay. We made a few mistakes. I wasn't really happy with a lot of stuff that happened, but it went pretty good for us.
I think it was very back and forth, and every time one team got the lead, a mistake was made that then allowed
yeah,
the others to
that's
come
pretty
back
much how it went. Yeah, that's true.
in.
We had a lot of trouble on Discord and arguing with follow up and stuff. A lot of engaged missed.
Have you? So obviously the matches that you've had so far, you've played against Sloth Sanctuary, Tactical Suicide, Johnny Sins. You've only lost to Johnny Sins so far. You've actually
Yeah.
had some of the tougher opponents from Div 4.
Let's see. The Sloth Sanctuary match was one of the toughest ones. They were playing, even though the individual skill wasn't amazing, they were playing really coordinated, and we had a lot of time adjusting. Since, like I said, that was literally our first time playing as five.
Yeah.
So we struggled a bit there. That's out of the matches that we won. The other ones weren't that hard, and the ones that we lost, we did a lot of mistakes. Only did a little comeback on the second game, but it was a little bit too late and lost to map pressure.
Do you think now that you've had these wins that you're going to be motivated to practice together a bit more and kind of focus on trying to get into the top 8 of the division?
I'm pretty sure we're going to get to top 8 regardless of practice. But we might go ahead and practice a little bit to get top first.
Nice. I mean, like I said, well played in that. Obviously, because you haven't played together that much, I guess when you kind of go to the map picks, you don't have necessarily comps that you're thinking about playing. Is it more about playing heroes that you're comfortable with?
Yeah, that's one of the things. And we played a lot of rank together, but mostly as 2-3. So we kind of have an idea how each of us plays, but it's a little bit more complicated. As a team, we mostly pick maps having a strategy in mind, but not necessarily a comp itself.
Okay. Is there any kind of shout outs you want to do for the end of this stream?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a shout out for my man Goatley, who was playing amazing this game and all the other games. A shout out for my tank Eiler, who is missing a shit ton of engages lately. A shout out for my man Rogue, who is an amazing player, a skilled player, but he has too much bloodlust and overextends a lot. And to my man Drake, obviously, again from my team, who has a little bit of positioning problems, but overall he actually started to follow up us quite good.
Fair enough. You
And
know what you're going to be
congratulations
working on.
No worries. And congratulations to the enemy team as well. I think they played good. They gave us a little bit of a challenge, and that was everything we wanted from the Heroes Launch competitions. A bit of challenge apart from ranks. And that's pretty much it.
So yeah, well done for me. I don't know if Poppin, if you have any other questions.
No, nothing from me. That's just well played. It was very fun to watch. Very good games.
Okay, I'm really happy you think so. Thank you again as well.
Cheers.
And maybe we'll see you at our next game.
Yeah, fingers crossed we'll get to cast you again. So yeah, good luck in the future.
Thank you. Good luck to you as well, guys.
Cool.
Cheers.
Cheers.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Cool. So that was Rise from evL Gaming.
evL Gaming winning 2-0 against All Blacks and quite calm about it. I mean,
yeah.
Confident. I think possibly playing down how close those two games were, but yeah, seemed to kind of appreciate that his own team had made mistakes to kind of get them in that underdog position they were in both games, because both games they at some stage looked like they were going to lose and then managed to come back. So yeah, coming out of that with some things that they're going to be practicing and quite keen to win Div 4 by the sounds of it.
Yeah,
so,
very confident that they can just stroll into the top 8, which fair enough. Confidence can be a good thing.
Yeah, I mean they're there now at the moment, aren't they? So
yeah, they will be after these games are uploaded.
Yeah, once these are uploaded, they'll be in the top 8, and yeah, I guess they'll be looking for revenge on Johnny Sins before the end of the season. Try to secure themselves that top spot. Yeah, so good luck to them. I don't think there's anything else from me.
No, just well played as well to All Blacks. I thought at times they looked really, really good, and it was just small mistakes that cost them in the end, wasn't it? But very impressive from both teams, I think. And it wouldn't surprise me to see All Blacks get into the top 8 as well, based off that performance. Would you agree? Or
There's a lot. I'm just looking at the league at the moment.
we've seen a lot. We've seen a lot of good teams, haven't we?
They could have easily won this game, and like I said, they've still got their 5th game to play now, don't they? Fourth game?
Yes. The 5th game against Hands Up, I believe.
Yeah. So Hands Up. I mean, again, another tough team. But yeah, I mean, if they could have won this game, and then coming up against Hands Up, they could have been in position to go to top 8 easily.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they're unlucky to miss out on it.
Yeah.
And let's see how they do against Hands Up.
Yeah.
It's going to be another equally trying game.
Yeah.
So get their heads on, start doing their research, and if they win Hands Up, they're back in the running.
Yeah, I think All Blacks will hope that one of the players from Hands Up might not be able to play, and they'll have to get me as a sub again. I think that'll be too. That'll be
as long as they don't let you play Jaina, right?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway.
All good. Yeah. Cheers, everyone, for watching.
Yes, thank you everyone for watching. We'll see you all soon.
See you. Bye.
Bye bye.